It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word.
We on a mission and that's bringing y'all the truth. You know the problem, but we get into the root. The devil watching, yeah, he always on pursuit. But Jesus is our rock, so we shall not be moved. We on a winning team, so we can't lose. We say facts, cause we hitting y'all with proof. Started from the bottom, now we standing on the roof. As God as our witness, we gon' make it to the moon. When you want the truth, the world be hiding it. This the real word, we providing it. We got Ace, BK, Truth, Rick Star, and we plan to make a movie like it's Pixar. We came a long way from the plantation. We just tryna save your souls from damnation. So if you down with the message, tune in every week. It will lead you to the message that you seek.
It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word. It's the real word.
Seduction.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to The Real Word, Season 9, Episode 12. Shout out to everybody who's been watching. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting. You see, we had switched up the background. It's a little bit different. Yeah, scenery. You know. So shout out to everybody that's been watching. I'm here with my
We're in a castle right now. You know? It's your boy Kimmel Hall. Remember the name. You know, we out here. Brooklyn.
We out here like swimwear. Shout out to everybody that follow us on Instagram at therealwordministriesinc.
It's
everyone
getting hot, man.
that has us on everyone that has us on Facebook and on Instagram, SoundCloud, Pandora, and Apple Podcasts.
I feel like a sponsor.
Yes, shout out to Ciroc. And also everyone that also watches us on the Brick Network every Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, one thing that's been in the news lately is Mr. Donald J. Trump. You know,
my guy. You know, I work in the Trump building, so
yeah. And recently, you know, he got locked up, and they say he's the first president to face criminal charges. So what you think about
that? He really
that?
got locked up?
Well, they claim that they arrested him, but they never showed his mugshots. But they showed him. So he was charged, though.
I know he was charged with the felonies.
I think he was charged with 34, 32, 34 felonies. Like, that's ridiculous. Charged with that many felonies, and they still let him walk home.
They just didn't want my guy in the office.
But that many, and they still had to let him walk home, though? You don't think that's a little suspicious?
I mean, America still got pride. So, you know, he still represented America at one point in time. They can't OD disrespect him. They just don't want him to go back to back. Yeah.
And why you think that is?
Why you think? Because that guy is... He wasn't for the other countries, if I gotta say. Out of all the presidents, Trump definitely kept the money at home. And we ain't toast. I know I ain't drinking this one like a shot, though. But
Alright.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
I mean, I think a lot of people were upset about his narrative because he was straightforward, but a lot of people are now feeling that they don't want Joe Biden anymore in office, and they feel like that was a mistake overall.
Who would vote for Biden right now? Since he's been here, it's been down.
Yeah.
The market's been down. Trust me, I look at the markets. Like, got me going back to the bank.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so the market's been down. We've been giving money out to the outside country.
Yeah, the market has been down. I lost $550. I looked at it.
You look like that one hit like that. But yeah, the market's been down, and it ain't no sign of real recovery till next year, honestly.
Wow.
We're getting, you know, a little bump right now. Even today, the NASDAQ and stuff was up, but it was up after being down
for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open down. So.
The crazy part is one of the biggest things that Biden was saying was that he was gonna stop the
time he spoke.
Yeah, I don't know. But he said something about no more student loans. I know a lot of people they struggle with that part.
They have student loan been suspended for like 3 years now, 4 years.
Well, I know. Yo, I mean, better for me. I ain't gonna told you better for me. I ain't complaining,
My wife too. She been good ever since like 2020 pretty much.
Yeah, it's just Corona.
Yeah. It's just
extension after extension after extension.
I wonder what's gonna happen when they come back. Cause usually they gotta be some type of repercussion. Like I've heard it was last week news, but pretty much what the banks are going to do now is they're going to upcharge those ATM fees and so on to make back up for signature banking them.
Wow.
Yeah, so I expect more fees on cards pretty much because they have to make up that money that they gave to bail some people out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the PPP loans?
Nah, just in terms of what happened with First Republic Bank and all of that, they had to give money so those banks didn't just crash. So they're gonna collect.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so for stock market purposes, banks are gonna be looking good in terms of next year. You're gonna see like an increase in profit for banks because they're gonna put it into the fees.
So do you think this will cause interest rates to go down or go up?
Right now, interest rates are going to stay steady. They don't want to keep pushing it up. And we need it to go down so inflation doesn't feel the same, you know? Yeah. I got my notes on that. So
what do you feel like the average person could do during times like this in order to stay afloat? Because a lot of people dealing with the economic hardship and the crunch down, they're saying that this month is the month where all COVID restrictions are going to be removed.
Finally. So
everybody could get back to normal. But we've seen the hit that it took on the economy.
I don't think we'll ever feel normal again. Even coming out of this whole thing, feels different. I feel like everybody feels like they got to work a little extra. Things feel a little unreachable since inflation, so you got to go a little harder to reach things. But in terms of what we got to do, what I'm hearing is we got to save more and invest more. People got to learn how to play the investment game because anybody who got rich has gotten rich through investing in something. Whether it's in flipping houses, even the house market looking stale, but it's still better than nothing.
But the investing, you have to have money to invest inside of anything because you can't make money without having money. And that's one of the difficulties that a lot of us are dealing with today. The fact that some of us come from no money and then we're trying to catch back up.
Right now, we cannot be complacent. Get a raise. Find a way to get a. Well, I know for me in banking, a lot of people know for banking that you gotta switch banks. Loyalty does not get you a bigger paycheck. It's sad to say, but you get a bigger raise going bank to bank than staying in one bank and getting the yearly raise.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you, it's like when I was at a current company, I would say the company C. I was at company C, let's say I was at company B first. Then I transferred over to company C. When I was at company C now, I asked for a raise. They was like, okay, we can't give you a raise now, but it's best if you go back to school. So I went back to school now, and then a week later, company A offered me a raise of...
They called you or they looked for you? Or?
I went on an escort for a client for company C, and company A offered me a job that paid $15,000 more than company C. So then when I went there now, I was at company A and I asked for another job. They fired me, so I went to another job that offered me $10,000 more. So altogether, that's $25,000 more than what I was getting paid at company C.
And you just went shopping through ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much what people got to do now. Can't stay complacent at your job. You got to kind of shop at the other companies. You gotta jump ship.
So I away when LeBron took his talents to South Beach and he won.
That was probably a signal. We didn't even catch it. It was probably a sign. Don't be like Kyrie though, man. Don't go sabotaging places you go. That's a basketball reference there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, bringing the team back together, basketball references.
Yeah, recently, fun weekend. Toast to that.
And we seen people we ain't seen in a long time.
Shout out to Luigi and them, man. That was fun, man.
I was looking back at the videos of the other night, and there was people in every single room.
It reminded me of those Caribbean parties, man, where you gotta squeeze by. I felt like I was in New York City traffic, man.
We haven't had that since before Corona, probably. A house party like that.
Yeah, really and truly. Really and truly.
Yeah, everybody came out.
You could say that was the first real house party since Corona,
Yeah. Because people brought the kids, all the couples came, all the people we grew up with.
Yes, that's the vibes I miss since childhood. Anybody, y'all know me, I always talk about the stories, so it's the vibes, man.
Yeah, and people just
People need to have house parties more. Forget about all the, criticism or haters, whatever. Just invite people to the house and get together, have fun.
Yeah, because it was just... They had the men in the room playing dominoes and drinking, the kids in the living room playing, the kids in the room.
I got my game. I ain't gonna say that. Let's say that, I had a teammate that was like B, and then I was on a losing streak. Then I got C, and it just changed the shift. I know he's not gonna like that episode.
Wow.
But that was fun, man.
Yeah, man. And just the fact that, everybody was gathered around, everybody had a good
time.
Speaking
of that, Free was happy that day because he was getting revenge from when we got him on the camera before.
Which one?
In Domino's. When we got Frida's on camera, he's like, I can't. When he was like, yo, y'all looking through my glasses. So Free was letting me have it the other night. He was like, yeah, get him out of here. I was like, yo, change the energy. Hold on. Don't act like I ain't give it to you. Like, he was like, not tonight, buddy.
But that's the vibes we need, like family vibes. The fact that, we all grown now, we have kids, we have families, and we all still come together.
And still have fun, man. Still turn up.
Yeah, facts. And there was food after food, liquor after liquor. All the food and bottles was gone. It was like...
Man, I felt like Jesus with all that wine, man. I was just chugging it back, man. I had a lot of wine this weekend. Happy Easter to everybody. True.
Yeah, good vibes, though. And, it was a good turnout. I honestly wasn't imagining that much people coming.
I didn't know it would be like that either.
Because at one point my sister was calling, she's like, nobody's here. The clowns are coming.
Yeah.
And by the time I pulled up, it was a lot of people here.
And I wasn't even late. I was like, I got the 10-minute grace period. I walked in, I was like, oh, it's already lit.
Yeah. Because I put on the card 5 p.m., but then... I kept telling people 6.
Yeah, I thought it was 6.
I know people, you put 5, they're going to show up 6 anyway. So I put 5. He was like, yo, I'm running late. I was like, yo, just come for 6.
The clocks don't move back for us.
But then the clouds were Caucasian, so they were on time. So it was
6 p.m. on the dot. I missed the first 10 minutes. The clowns was already warmed up and put face paint on everybody.
Yeah. And they were out real quick, too. They was like, whoops, too many black people. Because they got hot after a while here.
Yeah. I drank enough where I didn't even notice it anymore. It was fun, man.
The crazy part is a lot of the people...
Food went by quick.
Yeah, pizzas.
I'm still devastated by our sister Adele. On camera, I'm going to say this again. She gave my food away.
No, your food got left in the refrigerator. The food you left on the table. You left on the table. I put in the fridge. No,
I gave her my plate. Oh. Because I was giving food to the kids. My conscience kicked in. I was first in line. I started serving myself. Then the girl right there was like...
Candace was like, let the kids eat.
Let the kids eat. I'm there like... Oh, man. I was like, yo, Adele, hold this. I started giving her the piece, and I looked back. Adele didn't even have my plate anymore. I was like, yo, what happened to my plate? She was like, I gave it to you. I was like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, we had like 8 boxes of pizza. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. Everybody took home a big plate of macaroni
and rice and chicken.
Yeah, good times, man.
Yeah, a plate of food just kept coming and coming and coming.
How do we get that more regularly, Because
money? Because those events are expensive, bro. I remember last time I went out with
free. We need to start a fund, just so everyone could put money into it, Because
the Super Bowl party cost like $500. Yeah, and that was simple. But it was just for food and liquor. Food and liquor be the most expensive.
Yeah.
Because each platter, the big party platter is like $100 a platter. So you got to get at least...
And drinks is enough.
Yeah. And then pizza going to be another 100. Then drinks is going to be another...
4 boxes is at least 100 right there.
Yeah.
8 is 200.
So when you put all that together, it adds up a little bit.
I was gonna say we need to have it thrown out. We probably. Oh, we talk about that later. I was thinking we got the church space. I was wondering.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, we want to throw a big art show gala dinner coming up. The details are coming up, but we need all you guys to support. This is gonna be our biggest fundraising event so far.
It's gonna be the most epic event
Facts.
of the year.
If all the people from the Super Bowl party, the baby showers, the birthday parties, all the events pull up.
My eyes is lighting up because I'm like, it's going to be a movie, man. It's going to be like, we're going to have a camera person walking around.
Sponsored by American Express and The Brick.
Hey. Big boys. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be different. I'm definitely looking forward to it. This is going to be around June, so start the summer off right.
We're going to get some nice suits, courtesy of the business accounts.
Business attire, paid from the business account. Yeah, but it's definitely going to be lit. I'm excited. I'm just thinking about it, because it's going to be the first one we do something like that.
Yeah, grown and sexy. Tie.
Gala-like, you know?
Because I know sometimes I posting the pictures at the galas, they're like, yo, it looks fire. I'm like, yo, y'all got to pull up. And I know sometimes y'all not comfortable with certain crowds of people, but this is going to be for our people.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
It's literally going to be our people, because y'all going to show up, man. I can't wait. You're going to show out, too.
Wakanda for real.
I'm going to be like,
It's going to be fire. Yeah. Fire, you know? So if you want to support, if you want to help out, hit us up at therealwordtv@gmail.com. That's therealwordtv@gmail.com, or rgennoel at therealwordministriesinc.org. rgennoel at therealwordministriesinc.org.
I like Ricky Rose. Yeah,
facts. So, we also have the Feed the Homeless initiative coming up. Shout out to Herman SDA, and also shout out to Mahogany Jules that donated money so that we can do to Feed the Homeless. This year we're going to try to feed at least 4,000 homeless people. Thus far, we have about $1,000 in donations. So we're going to do to Feed the Homeless. It's up to you guys to select the borough that we're going to do. What borough you think we should do first this year? I know we already did Brooklyn a few times.
But you're right.
We did Brooklyn a lot.
Yeah.
We did the Bronx only once ever in Harlem. Harlem was big. It made the news.
Bronx is tough. I think we could do the Bronx or Harlem again. I'd rather Harlem, because it got, I'm cheating towards history there. Got more historic feeling to it.
It's just that the Fiends was a little dangerous that one time, running down on us with needles. They were shooting up needles on themselves and then running up to us like, does this make you uncomfortable?
Yeah. I just don't be walking around shooting needles. I don't see that every day.
But we had a pizza party for the homeless on 125th?
I think it was 25th, because that was like a main road,
in Lexington.
That was a good time too.
Yeah, in the middle of Corona.
A good time.
We fed over 300 people
during COVID, when they said don't be outside.
Facts. And then we went to the Bronx and fed another 200 people.
Yeah.
That summer was lit.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody that has been donating to our Feed the Homeless initiative that we've been doing for the last 4 years. Consistently, we've been putting in pain since 2016 probably, for a while now, doing the Feed the Homeless. So
he's been doing it before I even joined.
Facts.
Back to that.
So as we enter into the second quarter, what things do you foresee for yourself and even for the company and things that you want to do?
Well, I'm starting my investment firm definitely by the end of the second quarter for sure. I'm ready going towards JP Morgan to help me get my license, and I'm also gonna provide my service to them. And once I get my license, I'm working on that investment firm for sure. That's for sure, because like you said, not a lot of people have money to invest, so I want to help strategize how to get money to invest. Even stuff like take a loan, let's beat that 20% interest or 16% interest, let's beat that and take the bread and pocket that, and then be able to invest for ourselves afterwards.
So would you look for angel investors, or would you try to raise a fund, a capital fund?
all options are available. You know, it's inflation, bro. You gotta use all options. Definitely gonna do the fund. Definitely gonna do the angel investors. Definitely gonna try to take a loan out for myself to do it. Gotta do it.
What I want to do, honestly, I want to raise the capital of about 150 to 200,000, and then leave my job for at least a year or two, and then campaign for some form of political office. I feel like I've helped enough politicians get elected to the point where I myself should be elected for some political presence.
Yeah, I could definitely vouch for seeing your work.
Yeah. I think I should go against Mercedes Narcisse for her position, or maybe start off with city council and then move my way up. Some way, somehow like that. Maybe go to Brooklyn borough president and then eventually mayor. Who knows? But I feel like I should start my campaign much sooner than later, because that's one of the things I would like to push.
You're right in the right age, I'd say.
Yeah. And I feel like it's right around the time where it's like, if you go into investment banking, you create the fund, maybe you could help me create a super PAC with people.
I'm definitely going to help, bro.
A super PAC where you could get donations for my campaign. You know, we'll all fall into place. I definitely
want that to happen. I'll be proud just to brag. Like, that's my brother right there, man.
You know.
Under empire together. I like that.
A lot of them got clout off of niggas getting one. So.
That's not even an exaggeration. They want us at the shows for the clout.
So it's like it's time to, get that back and do it for ourselves, more or less.
True that.
So that's one of the things I want to do. I feel like I've done everything else.
I see what you mean in terms of affecting the community. It's time to affect it a different way now.
Yeah,
Yeah, say what they really want, because I feel a lot of politicians don't really know what the people really want, because they're not really in it.
Nah.
You could say you grew up with us. You could say you grew up in the community, definitely for sure. You could say you came out of the community successful. So you can actually tell the community what they need, or you can actually hear what they need.
And I got ties to the community, both the church and the streets.
Yes. So therefore, that's very different than a lot of the politicians who, I would say, they didn't really tie to the streets.
Yeah.
And you don't really see them in the streets giving away turkeys and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
some of them did copy a lot
bravery.
of stuff I did. Yeah.
I don't know how busy they are, but they be too busy to be in the streets giving out turkeys, I guess, once a year or twice a year.
Some of them been doing it though. I'll say that. Some of them been doing their thing, because last year we did receive 4 turkeys from Mercedes Narcisse, the city councilwoman.
Okay.
I can admit to that.
And look at that, modest. Good quality. Yeah.
Out of the 200 we gave out, she gave us 4. Why are you laughing? That's just facts. Like,
the smile. I just wanted to smile.
Without her, it would only been 196.
Just smiling,
So,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's been doing it. Yeah, everybody's been supporting. Help us to get this far thus far, I show love.
Speaking of the streets, it's still on my mind. How do we get the young men to, channel that energy they have, How do we get the young ladies to also feel proud of themselves without being, I wouldn't say without being so seductive, without only being seductive. Because, man, is it tough once it gets hot outside and all the women are trying to be seductive, but it's like, you gotta have some brains with the beauty.
Yeah. I think with the seductiveness, like, they're just trying to attract the males, and with the men behaving the way they do, they don't know any better, because most of them don't have any male role models, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which
very,
forces
very
them,
scary.
Yeah, which forces them to do weird things. Like, I had a friend recently, he posted a joke on Facebook. He was like, my father's nickname was "Where You At?"
I seen that, yes. And I know what you're talking about. I thought to myself, like, it's harsh, but it can be very true. A lot of sons, even myself, can say, when I was younger, I was like, I can't even say where my father is. And he could be at work, but at the same time, we were not connected enough where I can say we're at work, They didn't know exactly the address, which is something you would hope you tell your kids, but we didn't have that type of connection, because in his life, he also did not have that type of connection. And it's just a generational curse, you know? Mm-hmm. But I can't only blame the men for that, because it's also the woman that had the baby with that man, and then she disconnected from that man.
True.
So he got disconnected from his father, not by his choice and not even by the father's choice, you know. And he does have his 50-50 in it, but it was a team choice to disconnect and leave the child without the father. Mm. So a lot of women be like, oh, the father doesn't want to be there, but I also feel it's 50-50. You also have a power to make him be there, or at least get the child to see the father. Mm. And it's damaging our generations, because, you know, every kid that's a male can't just grow up with a mom. I was listening to Ray Lewis' speech, and he's, you know, one of my favorite idols. Sunday was playing football, and I listened to one of his Hall of Fame speech. I didn't quite remember it. But listening to it, he's giving all the credit to his mother, because also in his life, his father wasn't there. Mm-hmm. So he's like, who's my hero? My mother. Who is my hero? My mother. You know, who's my favorite athlete? My mother, even though she wasn't an athlete. But that type of conversation, you know, it's like, you know, it's true, because it's his life, but it's like, it sucks, because where are young men that look up to Ray Lewis going to be like, well, dang, you know, he didn't have a father either. Who has a father? It's just, in terms of, it kind of becomes scary, because now when the kid has a kid, he's like, well, you know, when the young boy becomes a man and he has a child, he's going to think to himself, it's all right if I'm not there. Mm-hmm. I've heard many success stories of boys and growing up with just mothers and they made it, but that shouldn't be the norm. That shouldn't be the feeling. So we got to, you know, we was talking about it during the party, the Big Brother program. Mm-hmm. You need to get that emotion. Mm-hmm. Got to get that emotion. Probably a Big Sister program too, because these girls got to, you know, they can't just be ratchet. They need brains. Like, if they're going to be seductive, they also got to be coaches, because they're going to get all the boys to them. Mm-hmm. You better coach these guys and get them going the right way, because we all know women can cause wars.
Yeah, they're known to do so.
Yeah.
So what do you think they can get this newfound information from? Because I know we spoke about a school where we can educate our own people and provide them with knowledge that's not provided in regular schools.
Well, that's the first step. We need help with the funding in terms of, I'm talking to our friends still, so we still going to see if we can get the funding, but definitely any volunteers that are looking for work, because I mean, inflation is going on, so I know you're looking for work. Mm-hmm. You might as well try to help us with this Big Brother, Big Sister program and communicate with us, see if you can get, you know, your input out to these children that we have in the church and have in the streets, you know. Definitely just, I run at the park. I would definitely be willing to go to the park and just hand out flyers. So that's me at Seaview. Definitely say we need the community to, you know, they need big brothers and big sisters for real. Yeah.
So in regards to like your community, because, you know, we grew up in Canarsie, we've been here for a while, we moved out. You know, been
moved
back and forth.
Came back.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the current state of Canarsie? What do you think we can do to change it?
You know me. I feel like I'm like the one guy who was against. I wouldn't say. Yeah, I'm one of the guys that was against it, but I did not like the feeling of Pop Smoke. I gotta say, I didn't like it because, well, maybe it was just 2020 in general, but I know before that it did not feel so, you know, ratchet in Canarsie. Mm-hmm. We was always a good balance of street and suburbs.
Yeah, bougie suburbs.
But I don't feel the suburbs anymore, not like before. You know, the theme of, like I said, it could just be 2020. I don't want to just blame it on him, but since 2020, you know, the tight pants and, you know, the slippers has been hot. For the women, for like just wearing tights and slippers has been. It's been the swagger nowadays. I don't know how it's style, but it's style.
And what do the men wear?
And the men, they still sagging their pants. And, you know, what's even worse now, I don't think they even care about taking care of their hair. You know, before it was waves and shape-ups. You know, you look clean. You had the fitted. Now it's and snapbacks. Even snapbacks was cool in a sense. But now, hair is just out.
Yeah. But most of the young dudes, their hair not really done, like, you know, Kodak Black and be a young boy.
Yeah, the role models look crazy, so the kids are looking crazy. Like,
yeah, Lil Durk. It's not like they hair is
even
long,
when even it hurts my heart to say, but even like when J. Cole, he went, and Kendrick Lamar, they went on a trend of just looking ratchet.
Jay-Z too.
Yeah. It's just looking crazy, like they haven't seen a barber in years. Like,
yeah, when he wanted to look like Basquiat.
And I didn't understand why that became the theme, you know. Even the media got a weird twist, because even Kanye started pushing out homeless clothes for a trend. And it was all strategically around the same time. The homeless look, even The Weeknd, a homeless man became one of the best singers. That's crazy.
Oh, The Weeknd was homeless?
Yeah, he was homeless before he became in the industry.
Oh, wow.
You know they don't ever choose golden eggs when they make their artists. It's usually somebody coming out of some slum, unless you're a Jewish Drake. Yeah. No, it's fancy.
He was doing decent. I mean, you know, he was a television star.
Yeah.
He wasn't poor. But...
he was in a great position, but, you know, most of the other guys came from street. I mean, The Weeknd literally came off the street.
Speaking of people that came off the street that made it, they say Jay-Z now is the richest hip-hop artist, rapper, whatever, once again. And it seemed like they were very happy to announce
they treated Kanye like Trump. They took him out the game. Like,
they packed him up. So now that they got rid of Kanye and now they got Jay-Z back as number one, the safe choice that they like.
The good Negro.
Yeah, the good Negro. He sold Bacardi.
Yeah.
Well, Duce, after making us feel like, yo, Duce, black
That's
owned,
ours,
black
right?
owned.
None of these are really ours.
It was only 50% owned by a black man, and he sold out.
America's really big on team play, huh?
Yeah. And, you know, he sold Tidal. He sold everything. He sold Rockaway. Sold Rockefeller.
He sells every company that he boosts up eventually.
Yeah, but he always gets black people really excited about it at first. Like,
I wonder if it's genuine. Maybe he's excited in the beginning. I don't know.
You honestly think so? Just think about it. Just a couple weeks ago, we were drinking Duce, like, yeah, Duce, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, he sold it.
There's still a sense of pride in it.
But you was drinking Duce just because of Jay-Z, bro.
That's 100% fact.
Not because it tasted good or anything
Definitely
else.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't. It was definitely 100% a fact, because Jay-Z made me feel like it was a black drink.
Duce is like Hennessy Light.
Yeah.
And
in fact, I slowed down on Hennessy to drink more Duce, and I think I replaced it.
And J. Cole said that when hoes around, we switch up to the Duce.
Yeah. He wasn't lying. I can't even be mad at... What were we drinking before Ciroc? Nobody really remembers.
Goose?
It was like a Patron, right?
Nah, Grey Goose.
It was some other Bacardi? No, that's rum.
Absolute, the nasty thing.
I think... Well, I guess that was a good transition.
Absolute. No, we used to drink some other things. Some cheap little thing.
It was different.
They got Smirnoff.
Yes.
Smirnoff. We used to drink Smirnoff.
Yes, and then it was a good transition for that one.
Yeah, from Smirnoff
Duce
to
never
Grey Goose.
really fully replaced Hennessy, because Hennessy still does something else.
Yeah.
You know, these things are spirits.
It was Smirnoff, then it was Grey Goose, then it was Ciroc, and then it was Cocoloso.
My favorite.
Not Cocoloso, Casamigo.
Casamigo is now the new one.
Yeah. And then from E&J to Henny to Duce.
Yeah. Even though I don't feel Duce could really get rid of Henny, man.
Nah.
Henny is just a different spirit.
We just drunk Henny because of Jay-Z, bro. I mean, Duce because of Jay-Z.
Really and truly. That's how you know we support our people. Even the people we don't.
Well, a lot of people drink Henny because they was rapping about Henny for years.
It's the Henny. Yeah. But honestly, that was my first drink.
Always rapping about Henny and Heineken's.
And Henny's technically like the slave drink. It is technically the slave drink. Not even technically. History-wise, it's the slave drink.
Why do you say that?
Because I think they were giving Hennessy to the slaves, pretty much to make them overdose.
Overdose, like die?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. In fact, if you look it up, the person who made Hennessy was a slave owner,
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Negroes love it so much.
It's a spiritual thing.
They drink it till they pass out.
It's a spiritual thing. It's like something you instinctively feel. Yeah. And one thing it sucks to think about, we don't think about it enough, but we are really not that far away from slavery. 2 generations, that is not far.
Yeah. If you had a great grandma that's still alive, yeah.
She's definitely was a slave. Like,
well,
yes.
A lot of people don't try to think about it that way.
Yeah.
Like Charleston White. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of Charleston White. He's some guy that be on the internet. He's like, oh, I know. If when you're from the South, it's easier to find your lineage because you could just look it up. Because it's public record when they sold the slaves, so you could say, oh.
You could just type it in?
Yeah. He was saying that he came from a slave named something White, and that was his lineage. And he was like...
Just like that.
Yeah. And they were on the white plantation.
If it's on the internet, you know it ain't that far away now. That is interesting. I don't even want to know if I should look into it.
Yeah. I think the only thing that keeps us out is, like, money, honestly. Because if you're broke, you basically are slave to the system.
Yeah.
Like, people that's on, like, public assistance that can't really work.
Because I look at history, too. We were always doing things for goods, in terms of, especially when my dad took me to Jamaica. Like, you always have to do some type of work for people. You can't just, even when you live off the land, eventually, you can't grow everything yourself. So you traded, you traded goods. So it was always, exchanges. That's what even the World Trade Center was like a big symbol of that. Like, there's always going to be trade in the world, but money has turned into a fun fact for everybody. Money is, I think I said it in one of the other episodes, but it's just interesting to remember. It's only 92%. Only 8% is cash. 92 is digital. So money isn't actually a physical thing. It's like it's just something we trade. You did something for goods. You trade your goods for other goods.
And you gotta believe in the currency in order for it to be real.
So, and unless you were one of those people who are like, I only trade physical goods.
Yeah. Physical commodities.
Yeah.
Natural resources.
Those things. So we always are slaves to each other. It's just good trades and bad trades. Like, one trade that nobody in this world is liking, but we start off with it, especially in America, is the 9 to 5, 40 hours a week for this paycheck that don't give us as much goods as we really want in our life.
Yeah.
It's just
trading our time for money, which is the lowest.
Like the lowest form, because it takes up too much time. And, a lot of people save all their, got the 401k, and they wait the 50, 60 years. Some people can't even collect it. Some, God forbid, but people wait those years, and then the 401k doesn't end up lasting as long as they wanted to, because it only probably lasts probably like 5-6 years afterwards. You still got to do something else for money or for goods, or at least have a good family member. And so I think we need to do more is think more long term. It will slow time down for us. But if we live in the moment too much, everything feels like an overload for some people. How am I going to make $1 million? It's long term. Can't do it now.
You ever think about stuff like that?
Yeah, I got to now. I got babies on the way, so I got to think, how do I...
Babies?
Well, baby on the way, but my wife blew that up during your party. They're like, yo, you shooting threes, Steph Curry? I'm like, but yeah, so in terms of long-term investing, that's why I put myself in the bank in the first place. I was always thinking, like, I got to figure out how money works. Because 9 to 5 isn't enough.
And based on what you've learned, what do you feel like was the keys, the most important thing you've learned so far?
Saving and investing. You have to be mindful of saving and investing. A lot of people live above their means. Even I was one. A lot of us get caught up in it, especially why the big brother and big sister program is needed, because those early years in the 20s are usually the years that we don't save or invest. We're usually just splurging on liabilities because, you know, in the moment, it feels good. We keep thinking of the moments.
No, of course, like cars.
Yeah.
That was the biggest liability.
Man, I spent a lot of money on my car. Not just getting the car, but also upgrading the car so it could look nicer.
Yeah, keeping that.
Yeah. So, in terms of a lot of us need to worry more about saving and investing and living below, not below, but not above our means. That's been a big thing. Even these young people that are getting money now, they shouldn't be spending on sneakers.
I remember when your car was fresh, man. You had the all white car with the blue tints,
right
the blue inside.
Don't make me cry right now, man. Her name was Snow White.
What color? What was the rims?
The rims was chrome, man.
Okay, yeah.
I had the shiny chrome, and then I was like, you know, let me be alloyed. I'm gonna stick to the alloyed. You know, get more of a traditional. Man, my tints were blue. Who had blue tints?
Now you have blue tints. You have blue lights.
Yeah, my car. That was my favorite color. I was blue and white out. Snow White. You know, I was like, yo, she got blue eyes.
Yeah, and then my car was all black. We used to be in the streets after school.
Leaving City Tech, we was two dope boys.
After the club.
Nah, it was a different vibe.
He wasn't there.
See, we're praising it now, but it's more of a memory because, you know, a lot of bread was put into those cars.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. I would definitely do it a little different, you know. Probably save a little more bread. Especially splurging on a lot of girls.
Yeah. And girls took up most of our money.
A lot of it, man. I'm telling you, I don't mind going out with girls, but restaurants should not be it.
You know what's crazy?
It can't just be restaurants.
When we were kids and it was just the bros, we would just play in the backyard, play games all day, go to a store, go back to the backyard. Then girls started happening and life changed a lot.
We distanced ourselves from each other. Even leaving the club was different because they'll be like, yo, I'm going this way, man.
Bro. And whenever a homeboy disappeared, you're like, yo, he's scuffing, bro. Then we lost him to the game, bro.
What's that song? You know, it's like, it's just a sad song whenever the bro is cuffed up. You'll be like, damn, he's out the game forever, man.
Yeah.
I'll see him next year.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like they were cuffing and married. They was just cuffing.
Cuffing and disappearing. And then he'll slowly come back to the backyard. Like, yo, you back, bro? He's like, yeah, bro, I'm back.
What happened to the old girl? Man!
Like, let's just play ball, man. Let's just play ball.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's real talk, man. That's another thing why I'm like, you know, women just can't be ratchet. Y'all got a responsibility, too. Y'all got to coach these guys. Give them a good life balance. I definitely think we need life balance.
Men needs it from women, you think?
Yeah, my father said so, and I think even married women have told me in my marriage now that, you know, you need a balance of times with your guys, and then let her miss you, so then when you come back, it's love again. But if y'all just hang out all the time, there's gonna be some conflict, you know, because men and women are not meant to hang out all the time. So guy gotta go to work.
That's true.
Yeah.
And women just like to stare around each other and gossip and talk.
And that ain't good for a guy to do.
Yeah, it's not really.
Because we got a lot of built up energy that we need to get out. So sports was a great way. Construction, anything that lets us, you know, be physical. Women don't have to necessarily be physical, but we do. Nah. We do.
If anything, women would like to be more pampered, like more like.
Which is the nature, you know.
Yeah.
But that's why we can't always hang out, because if we do, guys are gonna be too pampered, and women are not gonna like a guy who's too pampered because she's gonna be like, he's soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you hang out with a girl for the day, you're gonna go shopping with them. They're gonna go get their hair and nails done.
Real luxury. I got my toes done for the first time.
Yeah, all that stuff is gonna happen, bro. We're gonna go eat, and all you're gonna end up doing is spending mad money, bro.
True that.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, that's all you used to want to do, go to the mall after school.
You know, women are women are what I would say, they're like body investors with that pampering and nurturing nature. They invest in the body a lot.
And as should men, you know, working out.
That's why I appreciate it. I was like, you know, I never thought I should take care of my body more, but they do it in a more luxurious way. Men do it in a more physical way, you know.
Yeah. It's more expensive, I guess.
Their way.
But that's what it is. Like, it goes back to what you were saying. Like, women, they're more seductive because they're like physically weaker. So you know, they gotta rely upon the man for survival and protection for themselves and for the child. And the man, he has to be more aggressive when he goes outside. He has to deal with other men and gotta dominate them or be dominated. So it's like, you know, that's
he has to battle. What they say, iron sharpens iron, you know?
Yeah, so, you know, if he's a weak man, he comes home.
Shout out to that guy we had on that other episode where he was like, you know, competition is good because, you know, you train with other physically strong people so you could get stronger, you know?
Yeah, like sparring. When you're a boxer.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, we definitely need time to balance our lives out, you know? Too many of our guys was just cuffing and you just never hear from them again, and then when they come back, you're like, yo, you grew soft, man.
So what do you feel like has been the biggest accomplishment so far?
For what, the real word, or?
Yeah, that and overall.
Consistency, man. There's nothing more impressive than being able to keep doing it, you know, and keep progressing. That would be the most biggest accomplishment, is to keep progressing and have, you know, the accolades. I wanted to show y'all the castle for so long because there's trophies in here that y'all didn't get to see.
Wow.
You know, this is just a few. There's still, we even show all of it.
Yeah, there's a lot in here.
Yeah, but in terms of that shows the consistency and progress, because you don't get trophies without getting better.
True.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that people, I guess, that haven't been here in a while, that finally came here, said, they were like, congratulations on all your success, when they seen that, like, all the things that we were able to accomplish, all the things that we have done when they came here, they were able to see that. Because, to be honest, there's people I've known for years that's never been to my house. So. Yeah, so some people were able to come for the first time, and they were like, you know, they were able to see the success that I displayed around the house.
And they very appreciate it.
Yeah, so I felt like it was a different level of connection after that invite. Some people was like, yes. You know, like,
I'm in. Literally.
Yeah, like some people really felt that way. Like, you know, some people I was giving tours to and they were taking videos and pictures. I'm like, yo, bro, like.
See, like I said, welcome to the castle.
Yeah, but then I can't lie. Sometimes when I go to like other people houses that I look up to, I do the same thing. I take videos and pictures of their house too. Like, oh, shoot, this is
memories, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how you seen it. Like my uncle's like, I didn't know you had so much paintings. I didn't know you had so much. And I was like, I collected.
Makes you want to get more paintings myself. Yeah. But see, that's good. That, you know, that's that iron sharpens iron again, man. Yeah. You know, funny. I do think we should go back to more ancient thoughts. It's weird. Like, I never read a lot of ancient books, but I kind of have an idea of it. You can feel it, right?
Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring my kid because she's over here crying.
Yeah, she wants to be on the show.
So I'm going to let her come. Come.
This is really his biggest accomplishment. Because there ain't no better accomplishment than becoming a father.
Come on. You could come because we almost finished anyway.
Welcome to the birthday girl.
Welcome to the real word. Hey. What's your name?
Ha.
Okay, you don't want to talk? Tell them what you want to talk.
You came up here. I thought you wanted to be on the show.
How was your birthday? Okay. All right, so let's finish the show. Yeah, man. So, again, like, it was your idea to start doing, like, the home gatherings and inviting more people over. And we can say that so far it has been successful.
It's definitely
and for the fact that, you know, everybody is appreciative when they do come over and the family vibe. I was thinking about maybe we should do like some dinners or something where like everybody could bring like a pot or something.
Everyone bring the food and we share the food with each other. Huh?
Yeah. Oh.
Follow the Caribbean vibes.
Yeah, man. So I think overall, like, just nation building, family building, and the fact that we continue to just that we continue to just build and do positive things. I think overall that's helping us to continue the movement, because like you said, consistency has been a big thing, even to even get this far, you know, and to be here so far. And if this art show really takes off, like, it'll be great. It helps us to pay off the debts, help us to maximize income, help us to increase visibility.
Yeah.
And, you know,
that'd be a hit. It'd be just a hit, man. It's something we need. I think so. It'd be a new feeling of, you know, how we party.
Yeah.
How we gathered, yeah.
It'll be a transition from, like, you know, partiers to promoters to bosses.
Yeah.
Stop, don't pull that. And it'll be different, you know, with the art, the gala. It'll be a mixture of everything that people like, or everything, you know, we like, everything we into, you know.
Modern too. Very modern.
Yeah, it'll be like the black.
And we finally get to connect with the brick, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out for them, you know, consistently putting the show on air.
And all the people that's like been a part of this, you know, from the very beginning to now. Like, I think that's one of the things we should do, is at least invite all the people that's ever been on the show to come on.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah, to come to the gala, and then invite all the other people that's...
After all, they carried the show in a sense, yeah?
Yeah. You know, small little donation for a good cause.
I like it.
They get to enjoy this. What's up, baby girl? You want to say hi to the people? Okay, we doing the show. Come. You can sit with me and then we finish. Okay, so come. Okay, you want to watch TV. So look, closing thoughts. What's the closing thoughts you want to tell the people before we close out?
I'll go first.
All right.
Invest. That's probably going to be my closing thoughts for a while. I got to stay focused on it myself. But invest. And not just invest for money, but invest in your children, invest in your people, invest in your community, invest in your education. Just keep investing.
Okay,
think about that word. Even invest in your spirituality.
Okay.
Invest 10 times a day if you have to in each of these things. Invest. I don't know how else to say it.
All right. And I'll say, like, I totally agree. Invest in your family, invest in your future, invest in your people, and continue to show love, aspiration, and be consistent in the things that you do, and you will prosper. And, you know, and don't be afraid to share success with the people around you. That's one thing that I'm learning. Forgiveness and sharing with others. It helps to create a community, and helps to bring people closer together, especially when you're a leader. It is ultimately your job to bring people together, because people will come and unify under you.
That's true.
So we thank you all for watching The Real Word. We thank you for all your support thus far. We thank you for helping us to get this far so far. We'll close out with a prayer. Amelia, you want to close us out with a prayer? No? Okay.
You're already on camera.
You want to?
Yeah. Dear Heavenly Father, Motherly Nature, thank you for bringing us together again and being with our families and giving us this strength to be able to help our families and friends. Please, Heavenly Father, please be with us and let us carry your strength and your wisdom and your blessings on to other people that you have given us. Let us take care of this world that you have given us, and let us continue to grow this world. In your name we pray. That's the real for you.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting people. Good. God bless and good night.
That's the real word.
It's the real word. It's the real word.